Chameleon. Most people think this animal changes color to blend in. It doesn't. The chameleon shifts color to communicate. Darker shades signal aggression. Brighter tones attract mates. Pale colors mean surrender. It's not camouflage, it's a conversation happening on the surface of its skin. And the way it does it is nothing like paint. Underneath the skin sit layers of tiny crystals called nanocrystals. When the chameleon shifts its mood, the spacing between those crystals changes, bending light differently and producing a completely new color in real time. No pigment mixing, no chemical reaction, it's physics. The animal is literally rearranging light. And while all of this is happening on the outside, the eyes are doing their own thing entirely. Each eye moves independently, full 360-degree vision without turning the head. One eye tracks a fly to the left, the other scans for threats behind it. Two separate feeds running at the same time inside one brain. Right now aren't subscribed, and that's fine, but if you're enjoying this, just hit subscribe and like. It's free, takes a second, and honestly it helps more than you think. Now stick around, because at the end of this video there's one question only people who watched everything can answer. First ones to get it right show up on screen next time. Also, these were the first ones who got the answer right from the last video. Alright, back to it. Flatfish. It starts life looking like any normal fish. Eyes on both sides of the head, swimming upright, nothing unusual. Then it changes. One eye begins migrating across the skull to the other side. The entire bone structure of the head reshapes itself until both eyes sit on the same side of the body. The fish flattens out, sinks to the bottom, and never swims upright again. From that point on, it lives with one side pressed against the sand, and that top side can match anything beneath it. Gravel, mud, pebbles, even a checkerboard pattern in a lab experiment. The skin reads the surface below and copies it in real time. No glamour, no flash, just a fish that rearranged its own skull, gave up swimming like a normal fish, and became invisible by lying flat on the ocean floor for the rest of its life. Glass frog. This frog doesn't change to another color. It removes color entirely. From above, it looks like any small green frog, but flip it over and you can see straight through its body. The heart beating, blood moving through the veins, organs working in real time. A living anatomy class. And scientists recently discovered how it takes transparency even further. When the glass frog sleeps, it pulls nearly 90% of its red blood cells out of circulation and packs them into its liver. The blood that makes it visible, hidden inside a single organ. The frog becomes almost twice as transparent while it rests. When it wakes up, the blood cells release back into the body. Full color returns, no clotting, no damage. An animal that figured out how to become invisible by hiding its own blood inside itself. Every single night. Flamboyant Cuttlefish. Every animal on this list changes color to hide. This one changes color to warn you. It walks along the ocean floor on tiny legs instead of swimming. Slow, deliberate, exposed. And its skin pulses with waves of color. Purple, yellow, red, white, rolling across the body like a neon sign that never turns off. Those colors mean one thing. I am toxic. Don't touch me. Its muscle tissue is loaded with poison. One of the only cuttlefish in the world that is genuinely dangerous to eat. An animal that gave up camouflage, speed, and stealth. The three things that keep everything else alive. And replaced them all with a warning no predator can ignore. Mimic octopus. Most animals that change color do it to disappear. This one does it to become something else entirely. The mimic octopus doesn't just shift color and texture, it changes shape. It rearranges its entire body to impersonate other animals. Tucks its arms together, flattens out, and glides like a venomous soul. Spreads two arms in opposite directions, hides the rest, and becomes a sea snake. Puffs up its body, extends every arm wide, and suddenly it's a lionfish. At least 15 different species confirmed. Each imitation selected based on what's threatening it at that exact moment. A shark approaches, it becomes a sea snake. A damselfish attacks, it shifts into a lionfish. The right disguise for the right predator in the right second. Not a costume, a calculated performance. An animal that looked at evolution and decided one body wasn't enough. Cuttlefish. It looks like a stubby squid with a flat bone down its back, but underneath that skin is the most advanced color-changing system in the animal kingdom. Millions of tiny organs called chromatophores sit just below the surface. Each one is a sac of pigment surrounded by muscles that expand and contract on command. Any color, any pattern in less than a second. But chromatophores are only the first layer. Beneath them sit iridophores that reflect light like microscopic mirrors. And below those, leucophores that scatter white light in every direction. 3 layers working together to produce an animal that doesn't just change color, it changes texture. Smooth skin turns into rough coral. Flat surface becomes jagged rock. And the part that still confuses scientists, the cuttlefish is colorblind. It cannot see color, but somehow produces the most accurate color match in nature. Goldenrod crab spider. This one doesn't belong on any list of ocean animals. It sits on flowers, and it changes color to match them. White petals, the spider turns white. Yellow petals, it shifts to yellow. Not in milliseconds like a cuttlefish. This takes days, sometimes over a week. It's not speed, it's commitment. The spider picks a flower, settles in, and slowly floods its outer cells with liquid yellow pigment. When it needs to go back to white, it breaks the pigment down and excretes it. The whole process reversed. And the reason it does this isn't defense, it's offense. The spider sits motionless on the flower, perfectly camouflaged, and waits for pollinators. Bees, butterflies, hoverflies, anything that lands gets grabbed by the front legs and bitten. A predator disguised as part of the flower, killing the very insects that came to feed from it. Golden tortoise beetle. It looks like a drop of liquid gold sitting on a leaf. Small, round, metallic, a living jewel. But disturb it and the gold disappears. When threatened or stressed, the beetle drains moisture from microscopic layers beneath its shell. The structure that reflected gold light collapses, and the shell turns from brilliant metallic gold to dull reddish orange. It's not pigment, it's architecture. The color exists only when the layers are full. Remove the moisture, the illusion breaks. The same thing happens during mating. The beetle flushes color mid-act, shifting from gold to red and back again. An insect that wears liquid gold as armor and bleeds its own color away the moment something goes wrong. Now let's get to the question. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Now pay attention because this one isn't for everyone. Which of these animals is completely colorblind, but somehow produces the most accurate color match in the entire animal kingdom? Drop your answer in the comments. The first people to get it right will be featured in the next video. And that's it for today, but I'll be back. Leave suggestions for animals and videos in the comments. Your idea could be the next video. So stay tuned, don't miss the next one.